black people from Afghanistan during the fall.
No shit.
So he went there to like fuck around and like, because that's what he's one of those people who go, it's like Bald and Bankrupt, except he's the worst of them all, right? Because he now is like doing like why Sirajuddin Haqqani is the man type stuff.
That's cool. Okay. What an asshole.
Oh, he sucks. Anyway, what else do we want to add as context here?
Let's just go with the video then.
Putting out the, I just made the tweet, so
yeah,
change the title. And then also, like, one of the main things that we're reporting on this was the so-called Taliban public relations page.
Oh yeah, we're still not sure what that is. I think that's just an Afghan or maybe a Westerner who, in Afghanistan or in the West, not at all affiliated with the Taliban. The other actual Taliban got very mad at him.
Yeah, the Taliban think that he's CIA trying to make them look bad.
Yeah, something of that sort.
That's very funny. Oh man. All right.
Welcome back to the Land of Living.
It's good to be back, man, but I kind of miss it.
I know, but before we get started, you fanny. You absolute fanny. I told you so many times, don't go. How many times in my DMs to you have I said, I don't know, Miles, that sounds like a bad idea?
Well, I'm here now, so I kind of manifested this, haven't I? It was a lovely holiday, my friend.
Don't get me wrong.
We want to keep it sped up.
No. I mean, we'll probably eventually be like, oh my god, I can't stand this.
Yeah.
Alive.
There's an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. See when you came up to me outside, I actually had this. He's home, right? He's home. He's safe.
Expect to see some Taliban guy go, I am Miles.
I was worried you were going to come back like Homeland.
like 1,000 yards there, like.
What's the rug for, Miles? But yeah. And the comment
that was the sting he chose?
I guess.
Strange. That is not what I would have chosen.
Well, who knows? That might be the best part.
That might be the best part.
Video, because it really helps me in the algorithm. But before we get started, this video is instant.
Fuck off. At least he's putting his ad in the beginning.
Yeah, he always does it at the beginning, which I appreciate. There are no ads.
I actually don't. As much as I don't want to watch a Count Dankula video, I have to say, like, when it's always Raycons. You know, he only gets like 3 ads.
Or Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, and like the whole thing is like he knows people are skipping it, and he's like he just doesn't care. You know, he just does the ad read, and like doesn't fuck around with it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
like he is a good content creator. Like the videos he produces are good. Especially like the Mad Lad ones, they're really good.
You know, where he just reads Wikipedia but does it in a produced way.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I think you've got a wee bit of story. Elizabeth being in Taliban. How long were you in for?
My holiday was 8 months long in Taliban custody, so it was lovely stuff. Their intelligence, by the way, their GDI. So that's like their CIA, MI6.
Don't compare them to. Do we really want to compare them to CIA though?
Haqqanis.
I mean, probably sort of, because technically, the Taliban's GDI is doing a lot of close work with the Chinese Ministry of State Security. They're piggybacking. It's to be honest, the Taliban's intelligence agency jumped from like the negative rankings or like the 190s, 180s to like top 10 just incidentally. It's kind of bad.
I don't know work. Yeah.
Technically the best ever prisoner in Taliban history. But the best treated prisoner. No joke. I'm actually in records. Yeah.
That's it. So you've got a record for that in Afghanistan.
Yeah, no joke. The British Foreign Office were like really.
I'm not sure that is.
Wasn't a soldier in Taliban custody for a long time, like a deserter?
Bo Bergdahl, right?
Yeah, Bo.
Why do I know that name?
It was Bo, right? Yeah.
Why do I know that name?
He was in Taliban custody for a long time. There's no way, like, bro, he was treated like pretty well in Taliban custody. Like he was like their token guy.
Yeah.
It might have been TTP though.
I think he was technically captured by the Pakistani Taliban,
That's
or
what
it
it
was
was.
held by them. But he was definitely held by the Taliban umbrella. Oh yeah, he was held by the Afghanis. So maybe that's any. The Taliban are very weird, right? If you're a foreign prisoner, they'll either treat you super well, right, or you'll probably find up in a few months with your head missing, one in a ditch somewhere. They're kind of fun, kind of.
Fun. It's the hoot.
I'm pretty sure they treated this guy fairly well though.
I'm finding it hard to believe that like Taliban insurgents were pure like, look, I know we're maniacs and all that, but like he's just so nice.
Yeah,
he's so charming.
Yeah, they were like,
He's so-
if this guy's a little bit whimsical, a little bit goofy, a little bit silly, we'll accept him as one of our own. With your tally bros, not your tally foes.
For God's sake.
Jesus Christ,
So like, we'll start at the beginning.
So shit.
bro.
It kills me. I love that shit humor.
Because I know that
dude, they're
you've
like
been to Afghanistan.
crazy. Would you believe it? The Taliban are also regular fucking people, but like
Yeah, go figure. People are people. Crazy.
you were in the fucking Haqqani network, bro. It's just not like
Done a few times, but then you were also in Afghanistan during the American pullout, and that
the
was
best of us, yeah, man.
yeah,
I've been around a lot of pullouts, trust me.
Well, it's just nice wee holiday and war breaks out. I've been there. It's called Tenerife.
I want to go there. It's pretty dangerous, mate.
I know. Don't go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Don't go to Tenerife. Jesus, man. Anyway, Afghanistan. But like you were there during the pullout, and then you were in the news, and you had people attacking you, but then you had people like
Yeah.
going, that's
Bo
Yeah, I got more-
says
I
the
got more
Taliban
Taliban
treated
chance.
him better than the U.S. Funny, the same guy who defected to North Korea said the same thing, and then they said, "We don't actually want black people in this country. You need to leave."
Isn't that?
Dude,
That's just so ironic.
It was so fucked up.
And I did by the Taliban. You see? You see what I mean?
No,
Like,
I believe that completely.
yeah, 100%, mate. Like, so I was at the fall of Kabul. I'll do a recap for the viewers over there. I was at the fall of Kabul as the last ever tourist in the old government. So I didn't know the country was going to fall. I booked the flights and the holiday many months ago.
You were guaranteed.
Yeah.
You wanted it
told
to
by
fall.
all the journalists,
you money.
everyone at Kabul would hold. But then I realized,
It makes sense.
Journalists.
Yeah.
So then the country fell apart around me. Like when I flew in, I got into Kabul and I was like,
Hilarious, isn't that hilarious? How
it's
that
gonna
happened?
end well. And I saw some.
But
It
what?
was really funny when people were fucking falling off the airplane.
Oh yeah, hilarious. Wasn't
hilarious,
it? Just,
bro. Epic.
yeah,
prank.
people desperately trying to get out of the country. Very
Yeah,
funny.
epic prank. Executions, epic prank, bro. I remember you were crying like a bitch in your fucking CIA bunker.
Special forces American geezer, and he was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Holiday." He just looked at me like, "This fucking guy," and he just said,
Yeah, he
"I'm
looked
gonna
at
see
you like
soon
you're a
in few days."
fucking asshole.
I think he knew.
Yeah, man, he
And I
knew.
mean, it'd be nice for him to tell you. He's like, you
Yeah,
know
he's
that
like-
shit's about to fucking go
Yeah,
down.
he
Like,
could-
do you know that?
Yeah, he could have said, "Oh, you should buy a camera or something so you get really good footage."
Fucking
I
hell.
was just goofing off. I had a lovely holiday. Taliban were coming at me and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get to the airport. My bank card got blocked, so I was trying to buy a flight on my way out. But of course, big transaction in Afghanistan got flagged up with NatWest or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was calling their Indian customer service line, like, "Taliban are coming! Fucking unblock my card, you wanker!"
I'm sorry, sir, but I need digit 3
Yeah,
from
yeah,
your,
yeah,
from your
yeah.
telephone password.
Yeah, and I'll read crazy. So my PIN code and my sort code is 3773-457. No, stay on camera. But I got unblocked, got the airport, all flights are grounded, and then I got a notification saying, "Oh yeah, you've got like a flight cancellation insurance, so you got like a payout." And I was like, "That's nice, but if I'm fucking dead, I can't do that."
That's what I was gonna say.
I was like, "Oh, my look's changing a little bit." Yeah. So when I started walking towards a compound that was apparently housing all the foreigners,
Yeah.
and then 2 Taliban bros came up to me, and they were like, "All right, mate, what are you doing here?" I was like, "Lovely holiday, isn't it?" And he was like, "No, I don't believe it." It's obviously, some Fed or something. So
Yeah.
he starts questioning me, and he goes, "Where are you from, mate? You British? You NATO? You from NATO?" And I go, "I'm a Wales, mate." And he's like, Wales, where is Wales? And I go, oh no, we're next to England, but we got invaded by the British. One struggle, brother. I'm with you, man. I have your sympathy because we both got invaded by the British. Geez, man, we're the same. And they were just there like, so true. Just like
so true, bestie.
So true, yeah. They're like, we should link up there. They were like, they were like, fair enough, mate. Enjoy your holiday. And I got to this compound, right? And there was a bunch of people outside. And of course, I'm British. I'm like, hey, I'm white. I push through, I was like, hey, I'm a tourist. I paid for a special package. Got to the front, and there was some. I think it was like I can't remember which way.
Bro, yeah, I'm white. I can just push through. Meanwhile, at the airport, a fucking Daesh bomb goes off, and fucking bro, there's literally like the sewer drain is just like filled with blood and bodies at the airport, like babies and pieces and shit.
Yeah, it's very
hilarious, bro. Epic.
So funny.
You fucking did it, bro. You showed them.
Greek, and he was like, no, British, only Greeks coming in. I was like, don't worry, mate, I'm not Turkish. And he just started laughing his ass off. He was like, hey.
Here you go. There's a joke for you.
And then he knocked on the door. He's like, you're all right, mate. And then some British soldiers let me in. And you know what the first thing he did? He didn't ask for my name, didn't ask for my passport. Give me a piece of paper with the Wi-Fi password on. Oh,
that's good.
That was the stupidest thing. So I fucking started live streaming. I'm hearing bullets in the background. And I'm just like, hey guys, soy face. Yeah. Apparently my university was watching the live stream and I was just like ranting about Israel.
Look, everybody, what's going on in there, Kramer?
Yeah, mate.
Why would you be ranting about Israel?
20 years of American hegemony is going down the fucking toilet. That's what's going. Mate. Free MRAPs, though.
No, well, here's the thing, too. When I did fly out, too, I met some SAS soldiers. I drinking with them in the compound. So like, you're the guy off the telly. You're that region. Come with us, mate. Yeah, so I got that video. I'm never going to release it, of course. But
it sounds like an SAS soldier. Sounds like something they'd say.
Yeah.
Me shots and stuff. First time I ever drank,
don't dox the SAS.
I think it was the second time I've ever drank alcohol was the fall of Kabul. So it was bloody worth it, mate. Yeah.
You have booze there?
Right. They snuck them in through diplomatic pouches.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I was just chilling, man. And then, I kind of networked with him. I was like, hey, can I join your WhatsApp group chat? The SAS guys were like, hey, he's chill, he's goofy, he's a little bit silly. Absolutely, mate. So I'm still talking to him to this day. Met them in Ukraine, by the way. Long story. But when I flew out and everything, it was just chill, mate. It was a lovely holiday. I took some level 3 plates with me. Because I put on like I think it was this exact black shirt, just normal black shirt, had some sunglasses on, and I carried some level 3 plates, some other military stuff I just took from the armory that was going to be left behind anyway.
Yeah. Is this what you're talking about? Is just taking shit?
Just in general, bro. They had to fucking put him on a that's a seat in a helicopter to get to the airport to fly out. That's a seat on the plane to fly out, bro. And he went, and it's so funny. He's like laughing about it and joking around and shit. And it's like people's lives are ending. Not even just like physically, but like, like how many business owners gone,
Yeah.
Musicians done. You want to talk about fucking where LGBT genocide is?
Yeah.
But I was carrying my stuff. I walked through Dubai airport, just acting really confident. Like, yeah, I belong here. This belongs on my arm. I am, I'm military. Look, don't question me.
Yeah.
And they just let me have it. So I got back to the UK with these plates and sold it to some really dodgy Pakistani geezer on Facebook.
Bro, that's illegal.
Well, speaking of that, there was an event that
Aren't plates illegal in Britain?
Armor plates? Not sure.
I think body armor is banned in Britain. I think Jake has said that to me before.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It just happened in Hartlepool the other.
It's not in the U.S. It's a violation of the firearms trafficking. What the acronym for the firearms trafficking law is? In the UK, it's illegal to buy and sell it, but you're only supposed to sell it and buy it if it's Home Office approved.
Okay, so yeah, he literally just admitted to a crime on camera.
A little bit, yeah.
Uh-huh. Just wait. He's. I don't think he's going to go back to Afghanistan. He's going to end up getting arrested by the Brits in a few days here.
Yeah. Might be right.
Bro, like they aren't already looking at you as like a terrorist asset at this point. Like the first person I would be looking at is literally this guy as a fucking terrorist asset. Not anyone else who got off the plane, you know?
Yeah.
I'll do. Come on, that was a joke.
Yeah, I'm
that was a
sponsored by
bad
that
joke.
guy,
Too
yeah.
soon. That was literally yesterday. That was a
Well, you gotta shoot your shot quite literally.
fuck me, man. So
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's probably the beard. I'm not into that, but yeah,
no,
appreciate that.
no, but it was like, so you got out of Afghanistan,
Yeah.
Bro,
and then you went back.
is there only one mic between the two of you? And it's only like
And that's what it seems like.
he's close enough to the mic, but the Miles, you need to move your fucking guest closer to your mic, man. Sorry.
Well,
But then the time you went back,
First time I was like, hey, I need
Yeah.
to pop down to South Sudan. I wonder what's going on there. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a lovely holiday. Media's like foaming at the mouth at this point, like, oh, this fucking guy. And I was like just goofing off, you know, having a whimsical time, you know, just white boy summer type stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like, you know, the average female journalist who's really autistic, but not in a cool way. They just
Yeah.
understand the grind set. 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, as you do. So went to South Sudan, went to Afghanistan again to chill with the Taliban.
Even you
And
can
I
tell
just
even
thought I
Count
would go there.
Dankula is at that point when he's like, yeah. He's like, come on, man. Like he's like, I don't know if it's a good idea to be talking to him.
Yeah. It's like he makes a lot of jokes in his videos about women and shit, but I don't think that he's like that. You know what I mean? Like that seemed like a comment that he makes like on a regular basis. You know what I mean? You know how you can just tell that someone says something like that on a regular basis? That's what that sounded like to me.
I'm going to goof off a little bit. I went to this old compound that used to be a hotel, and I actually had the ID pass. So I went there, knocked on the door. It was like near midnight. So I knocked on the door. This guy with a beard on, so I think he's just an Afghan geezer. He goes, come on in. So I go, okay. And then turns out it's a bloody Taliban compound that's been converted, you know, for military use. So I just walk into a Taliban compound. I'm like, well, he's got the pass. Let him in. And then he realized, oh crap, this is some British tourist geezer. And they were like, wait, you're a guest. Come and watch cricket with us, my friends. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro, it's
I'm like,
called
bloody hell, man.
Pashtunwali. Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
yeah.
had a copy of my.
If you knock on an Afghan's door, they're supposed to let you in and say you are a guest. Come watch cricket with us. That's literally like
Is that the
Pashtunwali.
actual term of it? Is it?
Well, it isn't. So it's different in Afghanistan. It's like, so a lot of places it's like give people shelter, right?
Mm.
But Afghanistan, Pashtunwali is literally like a Scythian code that's been passed down through generations. So it's like a warrior's code that comes from Scythian warriors.
Okay. Interesting.
My book with me, I got published talking about me goofing off in Afghanistan. And they were like, wow, this is great. They started signing it and stuff. I'm like, lovely holiday part 2, mate.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, I saw we had these the new Afghan Taliban flags, you know, we had the headbands, and I was like, geez, I really want to, like, you know, never get a job again. So how do I buy these and resell them? And they were like, oh, there's this geezer Abdul down the market, mate. You know, tell him Abdul sent you, and you know, you could buy them for dirt cheap. So I was like, holy moly, you know, a good moment right here. I bought up loads of Taliban headbands. I actually got them custom made. So instead of saying, you know, some stuff that might be questionable, I got them to say live, love, laugh. Resold them. And like these
Honestly, that's honestly fucking hilarious. That's genuinely funny.
Housewives that stay in Barrett estates will love that stuff, man.
Of course, man. Yeah, it's good for Halloween too. You can really scare the Afghan veteran with PTSD.
That's less funny.
Yeah, mate.
Fuck
You're just shaking.
I mean, Have you seen the thing where it's like the guy who's the Vietnamese tour guide, and he pops out of the hole to scare the war veteran?
Dude, that's fucking
Like the war
hilarious.
veteran was there in Vietnam doing the tour, and like
Oh my
there's like
God.
it's like this whole rant, and the meme is just like a Vietnamese guy, and he's like just sticking his head out of the ground, and it just says "boo."
Allahu Akbar. Yeah, but like, so you went back there and like we were all like memeing and joking. You were always messaging me every time, like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this fucked up place. I'm gonna go to that fucked up place."
And you were like, "Don't do it, man."
I was
You
like,
used to
"Don't
blank
do it."
me at some point.
I was feeling
like,
like I've grown to find you very whimsical and interesting. So can you like not die?
It's called
please?
autistic, mate. But fair enough.
I prefer the term whimsical, but
yeah, same, mate. That's what my doctor uses.
But basically, you went back and you went radio silent, and that's when we were all like, "Has anyone
mate.
heard from Miles?"
That was my 5th time in Afghanistan. So after the front lines of Ukraine and Snake Island,
What everyone wants to know is what actually happened, because we were getting different information from Home Office and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is going the other way. Why does it? What it's one of those websites where you have to zoom out to make it bigger.
Yeah.
Dad yelled at him for 10 minutes. Look at this guy's face. And it's just like
he's like, this is the best idea ever. This is so funny. That's so good.
Boo.
Apparently, you tried to purchase, or you tried to make a cash withdrawal of $1,000, and that made the Taliban suspicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that exactly what happened?
Basically, yeah. So what happened was, ahead of time, on my I think after my 4th trip to Afghanistan, the Russian government sent over a notification to the Taliban going, "Hey, we think this geezer is like the Lord of War right here." I'm Lord Mars. I'm not the Lord of War, of course. But they were like,
Russia's got the Lord of War. His name's Victor Book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm like his brother or something. But they
don't like competition.
They were like, geez, this Mars guy, he's probably like paying 5D chess. He keeps going to the front lines of Ukraine and he keeps going to Afghanistan. So he's like buying up old US armory stuff and reselling it to the Ukrainian government.
So it was the Russians that dobbed you in?
Well, it's a small part of it, yeah. But
Bro,
like, this guy's a major, like,
you literally admitted to selling arms earlier.
Yeah.
You think that has something to do with why you got flagged? Because you actually literally just said it. You sell arms. You said it earlier. Remember, guy?
You're only allowed to do that if it's sanctioned by the state. Like arming Saddam. That's fine as long as the state says it's okay. But this guy just bought it off his own back and was selling it privately to Ukraine.
No, he stole it. He stole it.
Oh, he stole it. Okay.
Yeah, because it was going to go to the Taliban anyway.
Okay, okay. I misunderstood. Still, my point about Soganalian fucking selling literally every weapon that Saddam pretty much got to him is fine. Unless it comes out and then the US government has to act and fine you and put you in jail and put you out of business and shit. What do you want, dog? That's fine. Yeah. Unsanctioned arms sales. Can't have that.
Weapons dealer, bro, you need to check him out. So they were like, they heard of me at this point. Their intelligence agency, the Taliban intelligence, GDI, had heard of me and they thought, this guy's like a whimsical geek, kind of tells the truth. He seems chill. He's our guy. But he might be dodgy. This report seems a little bit, silly. So we'll check him out. We'll check him out next time he comes here. And so I went to Western Union because credit cards don't work there. The US has kind of blocked all Swift transactions.
Bro, your last time you literally said your last time in Afghanistan, you stole shit from the armory and sold it in the UK. And now you're telling me that the GDI is like, hey, this guy might be an arms dealer. We're investigating him. I wonder fucking why, dude. Because you did.
The sanctions are cringe, man. Joe Biden, sort that out, man. Anyway, He watches you 100%, mate. Anyway, anyway, just drooling in the chair, watching in the White House, like. But anyway, I went to Western Union. I was like, $1,000, please, haha. And that's like half a year's salary. So it's like coming to England, withdrawing 20k. You know, so it raises some flags. And they called up the GDI. They're like, hey, there's a goofed up white boy right here, quoked up. He's withdrawing like half a year's salary. Better check him out. So when I came out, there was some guy pointing a PKM at me, the other guy with a handgun. And I was like, oh, it's lovely holiday part 3 or something. So
didn't go to plan this
I
time.
had my two friends with me and they were shaking. And I was like, oh, this is going to be something, isn't it?
That's sick.
Yeah, so we get to the GDI building. They're like checking out my passport, inspecting it. And I was like, yeah, mate, I'm Lord Mars. You follow me? You should follow me.
Where does the Lord come from? Is that like a British thing?
He's a douchebag.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just because he's a wanker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I saw searching my phones, my Twitter. I'm like, hey, you follow me right now. They read my book and stuff. I actually like, this is good literature. These guys read English and I was chill.
Yeah.
And then after a while, they were like, hey, Mars, got some red flags about you. Something doesn't add up. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I kind of question myself too, mate. So they took me to Kabul, to the main GDI headquarters. And all along the way, they take us out for a meal and stuff. And they also let us take photos when we got the bag put over our head and also tied up. But let's take photos of that. We were just smiling, man. We had no idea what's coming. We'll put that photo on the screen a little bit later.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I would like some of the photos to show you on this video.
Trust me, you will.
Look, if I got kidnapped by the Taliban, I'd want that picture too.
They let us take ransom photos.
They're ransom photos.
Come on, why do you think they took these photos, man?
That's so funny. No, I would want that photo anyway. Fuck
yeah,
that's so funny. What a gangster picture.
The Taliban are probably laughing at him, being like, "This guy's an idiot. We're gonna get tons of money for him."
That's so funny. That's so funny. You know what? Yeah. So what? It's the British government. Who cares?
But we got to the main GDI place, and I could see through my bag, so I'm just walking. I'm like, hey, come on, guys, we're actually in this place in Kabul. And the Taliban, like, this fucking guy is just doxing us right now to his friends. Because I know Kabul. I was like, yeah, we're like 10 minutes from a Russian embassy, man. I know this place. I know this building.
Yeah.
They're like, how the fuck does this guy know anything? But we get into this main compound. It's a holding cell. And when we get in, they close the door. And I'm like, it's so over, mate. Yeah.
Was the whimsy starting to die down in reality?
Yeah.
It was starting to set in a little bit.
Like, how can I tweet about this in a positive manner? Yeah. But there was some other dudes there. They were like, I've been here for like 30 days.
Bizarre.
Mm.
It's very strange. The guy is very odd. He's very odd. But he's like reminds me of soldiers that have had a few nuts knocked loose. You know what I mean?
Days, man.
Sort of has that.
Good thing I'm not going to be here for 30 days. 8 months later, But anyway, my friend starts crying on me. I'm like, hey, man, we have to manifest a good holiday, man. Don't worry about it.
Manifest a good holiday.
Yeah, man. It could have been a lot worse, And then some really, there was a kind commander who came in. I knew who he was at the time because I read a BBC article about him. This geezer, 1 month earlier in Jalalabad, a city. I call it Jalalabad, but he killed like 200 Daesh and just left them in the street. So 200 ISIS members murdered because they have a big feud of ISIS, and ISIS has been eliminated from Afghanistan, thankfully. And inshallah, they will not come back. Mashallah. Hey, I'm used to their terms. Why not?
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, what do you need, man? Do you need some toothpaste? Do you need do you need some towels? And I'm like, yeah, mate, sound. And they start interrogating us the next day. So first thing is they tested from a soldier. So they hand me an M60 and they say, it's loaded, my friend. And I go, and they go, we want to test if you're a soldier. Show us how you'd, check if it was loaded or not. So they expected me to pull out a clip and stuff. I get it, and I know it's a test. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck around a little bit. Full auto, point at the Taliban's head, click, and then I point it, click, and then I go, I was like, I could have got an easy way out, mate.
That was dumb.
It was great.
Machine guns have magazines, pouch magazines. You fucking idiot! It's not a video game.
Did you
No,
do
it was
that?
great. It was great because
We read it.
No, why did
no,
why
no,
did you
listen,
do
listen,
that?
listen. At first, they were all very serious, like, and then they started laughing. They're like slapping their knees and stuff. They're like, "Oh, this guy's all right." To be fair, they were like, "That's pretty funny." Yeah, it broke the ice. It was a nice break. You know, you know how you got those YouTubers who do chat up lines and stuff with
Yeah.
women?
Do you think this is a coping method? Like this, the joking about is a coping method because he spent 8 months in prison in Afghanistan.
The thing is, I think at this point he could say anything, and people would believe it happened.
Mm.
I doubt he pointed a gun at Taliban members as a joke.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm sure he
But,
wasn't afraid ever.
How to break the ice? I
Put-
can do
put
like
a
a
gun
top
in the-
10 methods to break the ice with the Taliban. You know what I mean? Like I was just goofing off and they admired it. When they read my book and they were like, "Mashallah, this is excellent, good stuff, man." And I was like, "Thanks." I was like, "Can you sign it? Like, it's gonna be quite an experience when I get out in a few days." And they're like, "Yeah, sure, a few days."
Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, it's chill. And they were searching my phones, and I've got some dodgy memes on there, mate. Like some some.
Oh, they don't care.
Yeah, they found it funny.
The Taliban probably agree with us on a lot of stuff.
You have video of Bin Laden singing.
Bro, I'm just looking at the comments just to see, like, I gotta see what's in these comments. But the first comment, it says, "Back from Taliban prison, straight to another beardy guy with strange language."
Yeah.
They saw that. They were like, "Is this real?" I was like, "Maybe."
That's real.
I know, because I don't think they know about deepfakes, and I said, "Maybe." I was like,
So there's a bunch
big if true, and they were just all watching it.
There's a bunch of fucking Taliban now that think that, you know, their leader was singing Numa
Yeah,
Numa.
yeah. Well, they still believe he's alive, so you know they're manifesting it.
I
you
think
know?
he's still alive.
Yeah, man, I think so too.
Yeah.
You know, he's actually he's in Leicester, by the way.
In Leicester.
Yeah, man, he runs a kebab shop.
So see as you were getting like led away with the bags over your head and stuff like that, was
Yeah,
there, or even like just during your imprisonment, was there talk of executions or anything like that?
Man. They were like, nah, even
Yeah,
even
no
the
shit,
big
they're not gonna
criminals
fucking
did not
talk
get
about-
executed unless if you were like Afghan.
Yeah,
What?
dude, they're not gonna fucking talk about the executions in front of you, bro. They were under fucking watch from fucking, like, they're not about to say that shit. Potentially have you, you know, because that's bad PR for them.
National
Bro,
Army.
these
So
comments are
it's
just
like,
like,
you know,
none of them are like aware. You know,
I think.
Right.
So if he killed someone, maybe execution, you know?
Yeah.
I think we would chill. But one day in, man, another prisoner came in, another one who spoke English. And I can't tell you too much about his identity, you know, because the Taliban national security might be there, might not be.
Yeah.
Big American dude, 6'7" black man. And I go, "Oh, hey, hello, mate. Good to meet another English speaker. What are you in for? Do you know what's going on?" And he goes, "Yo, fuck white people. What the fuck are you talking to me for? I'm a terrorist. You're infidel. Fuck you." I'm like, "What? And he's like, I'm ISIS. I'm a mujahideen. I will kill you." I'm like, fucking hell, man. I'm like, this is gonna make a great book. Oh, it's gonna be making. Yeah,
What the
and
hell?
turns out
What
he's
the
under
fuck,
the
dude?
delusion that he is like.
Yeah, that guy's real, by the way.
Really?
He's still,
that
Yeah,
sounds
he's-
exactly like ISIS, though.
no, he's not an ISIS. The Taliban are also very confused by him. He's. I think he had too many brain traumas. I don't think he's 6'7" though. Maybe 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, is
but
he actually like an American?
Oh yeah, he's actually an American
Oh.
veteran.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is one of those. They get loony. He had the Rambo syndrome. He couldn't,
Yeah.
he couldn't come home.
Something like that. His face
Now
looks really
soon he's gonna be, like being a snake handler, a snake catcher, and then bring him for the snake shows.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. I don't know. He really seems the one to join ISIS. he confuses ISIS and the Taliban and Al Qaeda. And so the Taliban are like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Right? And he'll sometimes say shit like, "I am the most ISIS" or "I am the most Al Qaeda." And
I'm the
actual
most
Yeah.
Al-Qaeda one here.
Yeah,
they just The actual Taliban AQ fighters are looking at him like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Listen, I am the most Al Qaeda one here.
America, we're the Mujahideen. We're the Mujahideen.
Crazy is in the beginning of that speech, he fucking tech fears the Taliban. Right? And it's like, bro, like that's like this is like shit, like fucking around with tech fearing and stuff, and like it's like excommunication basically. Like people take that very seriously, right? So it's like to open it saying that the Taliban are tech fear because they sell drugs and America are the real Mujahideen did not go over well with the Muslim world.
Probably not, no.
Joining ISIS. So his American dude came to Afghanistan, and I'll run through it. I spoke with him over space of my detention, right?
Right.
And turns out he's a complete schizophrenic. He was in the U.S. Army at one point, so he kind of lost some marbles, I imagine. He converted to Islam. Can't recite one line of the Quran after like 10 years of studying. But yeah, the Taliban are like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm American Mujahideen." And he's like, he's like, "No, brother, there was no American Mujahideen. What are you on about?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm the leader of Al Qaeda. I'm the leader of Al Shabaab." He's like, when I make the Facebook post about the terrorist attack, my network make it happen, you know? Yeah, so he honestly believes there is a 9/11 about to happen on the Burj Khalifa. I'm like, why would you do that to a Muslim nation? It makes no sense, you know what I mean?
Did we just find Al Qaeda Christian?
Yeah, you're basically, yeah. No joke.
Whoa. Bro, they would totally bomb the Burj Khalifa. That is like if they bro, that would be honestly like, why not?
Yeah, what does that building actually do? Nobody actually lives in it, I don't think.
Also,
I'm pretty sure it's condemned.
They hate the monarchies anyway.
Yeah.
The thing is that like Dubai does a lot of Dubai is like also, and Qatar, right? Like those, they're like kind of like terrorist friendly. They like do a lot of like they'll be like holding states for people who do prisoner exchanges with like a lot of these groups. So that's why they probably wouldn't attack specifically that nation. But like they try to fucking like, do you know how many fucking like terrorist attacks probably happen in Saudi Arabia that just nobody talks about? Nobody ever is going to report on it. You're never going to know they ever happened.
Quite a few.
Guarantee you. We'll never know about them.
I would speak to him throughout.
The merge is happening, inshallah.
Oh God, we really got to gatekeep white people from that. I'm really on board with gatekeeping inshallah from white people. The worst thing that ever happened is them figuring out that word, honestly.
He comes to me and he goes, and I go, "How you doing, man? Like, how are you holding up in this situation?" You know, because obviously he's burned some bridges with
I'm still finding it funny that the Taliban went, "This guy's mental."
Yeah, they were like, "This guy's too radical." But I literally go, "How you doing, mate?" He was like, "Pretty good, man. The chip in my brain that Joe Biden put in surgically and personally at the end of my penis, it's degrading, man. It's degrading. So we can't send the signals through the satellites. Joe Biden talks to me and I go, 'Fuck you, Joe Biden.' And I'm in the constant mental and spiritual warfare with him and him and Kim Kardashian. I'm like, all right, mate. And I go, actually, what did you do for a living? You know, what was your job? You know, what did you do on the outside? I'm trying to create.
I have no idea. Honestly.
No idea what they're talking about.
No, just like I don't know if they watched a movie, based their the guy who's in the custody, maybe, I don't know. I think he doesn't know what he's doing, or if he's even seen a movie, he might not know. But he definitely lost some marbles.
So they're like trying to jot down notes and they just don't know what to make of it, mate.
It's just breaking down absolute schizophrenia.
Yeah, but, like, wow, this guy's speaking code, you know. But he actually did. They did actually get mailed on his brain. See, there was a chip in there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just in case, man. I mean, to be fair, you can't be too sure with American like fucking technology, so why not? Yeah, but they was like, holy shit, he's got like an iPhone in his brain, you know. But,
oh my god.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, for money, man.
This is so weird. This is really weird.
So he was like, I'm a big terrorist.
Huh?
This is about what I expected. Like this whole like, oh, it was fun being in Taliban prison.
Yeah. Do you want to skip some?
No, I want to hear a little bit more like the.
Okay.
I finance all this stuff.
I'm a big terrorist. What do you do for money? I'm a big terrorist.
Yeah, man, put up a mortgage application.
I put that in your fucking CV.
Yeah, well, to be fair, with Leicester, it's probably common nowadays. But anyway, he says, before I was like, I'm actually Michael Jackson's long lost brother. I'm like, so true, my friend, so true. And he goes, if you Google my name, you'll find that I'm like the big dude. You know who I am. You just don't recognize me because I've grown a beard out and stuff. Googled his name, nothing comes up, mate. And he goes, I did all this singing, and then all the celebrities, they wouldn't let me join. Like, they wouldn't. I would refuse the invitation to join the Mossad and the Illuminati. So I got headhunted, and I said no. I'm like a big G with the Islamic State, and they're trying to kill me, man. So that's why I fled to Afghanistan. I'm trying to give up my U.S. citizenship, and I'm taking my $100 million with me. And then he also said like, what else? Yeah, just trying to remember this.
That guy honestly sounds way better than Miles. I rather hang out with that guy than Miles.
I've done a temporary stint in a mental health institute because you're not allowed to say asylum in it. It was a loony bin. It was a loony bin. And see, everyone you're saying, there was like 3 guys in there that all said, but like microchips in the brain, celebrities talk to me. All of them said that stuff.
If I retire, I'm working that place and writing a book, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, then he also, this is what he said. He said, I fled to Afghanistan to get the citizenship so I can join the Taliban Mujahideen. And the Taliban then intervened and said, why didn't you come here when the war was happening? And he was like, I was in Thailand prison. And then he didn't ask why, but I asked later. I'll bring that up. I said, hey, okay, mate. How are we going to get citizenship in Afghanistan as an American? He was like, I was going to go to the US Embassy and renounce my citizenship. And I was paying my way into
Declan! And bankruptcy!
I was like, you're a libertarian? But
fucking hate that.
Yeah, I'm kidding, man. But I was like, hey, mate. A little bit dodgy, and then he goes, I wouldn't have sex with her. He's not sweating bullets, and like his eyes are darting. Like he's like the worst Ben I've ever met. I'm
done with this mentally ill person. Let's jump forward a little bit to see what happens next.
10 or 15 minutes.
Whatever. It's all gonna be the same thing.
Skip. So I was there smiling like so.
I have to say, I'm starting to warm up to these guys.
Yeah, they're chill, honestly. So I was just chilling them with my laptop. I was writing my second book, and I was goofing off a little bit. I was putting together some business documents for the Taliban about the gold mine. I was researching this stuff, going through the numbers. I had this master Excel documents. It was solid. And they like System of a Down. They also like ABBA.
So everybody likes ABBA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's yeah. Dancing Queen. I can't sing.
I was just picturing the Taliban doing that.
Well, it was more kind of they started playing some. It wasn't music, but it was like there's this thing called Taliban music. It doesn't have instruments, where it's like some guys just singing and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's about like GTI. The Tally Bros are watching. They know what I'm talking about. They're on that real shit. And I was like, hey mate, you got good music. To be fair, it is kind of catchy. Fair enough. Do you want to listen to my music? And they were a bit wary at first, but they were like, hey, as long as we listen to it objectively, just out of respect, and don't obviously let it inflict our emotions.
Yeah.
I guess we'll listen to it once.
Bro. Oh my God, he's so culturally ignorant. That was nice of them to let you play your music, though. Like, bro, that's like the conflicting with Pashtunwali and there where they're like, well, we're not supposed to listen to music. Like we laugh at like Omar being afraid to show his face and shit. Like these dudes, like, that's why there's no instruments in their music, man. Like, they didn't want you to play your music, and they said they were going to be nice and respectful about it. You know, like, I bet you they danced though.
It was working out a little bit because it wasn't too bad. They was like, yeah. And then Abba, they were like, go white boy, go sing. Yeah, I started singing. They was like,
It sounds like overall, like your treatment was really good.
No, it was
like,
really good. Honestly, like I said, my Tally bros from the Tally Chads, it was the best holiday I've had in a long time. I really outdid myself.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I'm really proud of this situation. I wish it lasted a little bit longer because I was allowed to send myself money. All right. So it's quite funny. I got in trouble for collecting money out of Western Union, but I was allowed to send myself even more money.
Yeah.
So after a while, I spent £1,000. I bought some workout equipment. You see the picture here. Right now, I got quite swole. So
you're the first hostage I've ever seen gain weight.
yeah, mate. Honestly, the food was decent. I could have as much food as I want. I mean, obviously, meat was not exactly, just free flowing. So how it worked was, Taliban walked to headquarters. They collected some food from a big pot, and then they gave us the servings first to us detainees, and then they ate the remaining stuff. So we always got the food first. They eat the same stuff as us.
Yeah.
So everyone got equal treatment. Everyone was treated very, very well. And jokes aside, with all this goofy stuff, they were actually solid. They were very kind. They treated me like a brother. And you know what? It sucked being in detention, fair enough. But like, I did commit a crime. I do apologize to Taliban about that. But it's a permit. It's like jaywalking in the US. Like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But it was
Bro.
solid. I gotta say thanks for good treatment because I can understand.
It's just jaywalking. I was just trying to buy some arms and sell them illegally back home.
And how it could have gone. I've heard horror stories.
Do you think if we made Scott watch this, how do you think it would make him feel?
I think he'd be screaming the entire time.
He'd be slightly irritated.
No, he's a silent professional. He'd just sit there and just watch it, and on the inside, he would be like,
heavy breathing.
The amount of work that man did.
So much fucking work. You have no fucking idea.
And he's just gonna go back to Taliban prison. You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, probably.
He's gonna go back there and be like, "Hey, I'm back here to buy body armor," and then goes back to prison.
Been so long.
Yeah, so they have a zero tolerance on foreigners committing crimes and stuff like that.
Right.
Because obviously, did 20 years.
They have zero tolerance on crime.
They just don't want any trash.
Touch sensitive.
Yeah. It makes sense to be fair. The higher ups are like, hey, we've just gone through all this crap. We don't want anyone causing trouble in our nation. We're trying to sort things out. We want to be completely safe. We don't want any corruption digging in. We don't want anyone blowing the lines in the law. So the law is very straight. If you commit a crime, you do go to jail, or you do get detained for a little bit. I didn't have a permit for that gold mine area. It was a restricted area. I went there. My bad. And the investigation took a while. They found out I wasn't a spy. They were like, yeah, you might always be, but Miles, we will keep an eye on you. And I just said, you know what? Here's the thing. How about if I pay for the GDI, one goofy guy to, if he knows English, he hangs out with me 24/7. He can watch me all the time. I'll pay his salary, and he can make sure I'm chill. He can make sure I'm not doing anything dodgy. And they're like, yeah, to be fair, that's a good offer. To be fair, I'm like, yeah. So it was meant to be 6 months, but apparently the paperwork, because there's no diplomats that were coming to Afghanistan from England and Doha. That's where the embassy was.
Yeah.
Communication was slow as hell. Of course, I oversaw it. Oh my god, British government, man. And
there was a thing I heard that I wanted to ask you.
Yes,
that was meant to be part of the negotiations for your release, and I want to know if this is true. Okay. Right? I heard through our connections to people that fucking are part of that and all that, man. I hate people that glow, but unfortunately they have good information. Apparently one of the things where it's like, oh yeah, we are totally happy to take Miles off your hands. The British government was saying this, but we want you to instate women's rights in Afghanistan first.
Oh,
that was part of the offer, but it's
they were tweeting about it too. I oversaw the negotiations between MI6 with this stuff, and they were talking about women's rights. And I was like, you might as well ask for a Hooters in Kabul with a strip club as well and a beer fountain. It's just as likely, you retards. You know what I mean? It's like it's an Islamic nation, and to be fair, like it's not gonna happen, is it? Even the Americans couldn't install women's rights because it happens in the home. You can't give that oversight.
Because that's what
it's not gonna happen, mate.
That's what fucked me off with the government. Because
Bro, what are you talking
What do you
about?
mean it happens in the home? What the fuck are you talking about?
Like
This is like that China mindset of like, oh no, it's not my deal. It's a domestic issue, even though it's in public and he's beating her. It's the same mindset. Like, the fuck are you talking about?
It's like literally like, oh god, what's his name? He's a Afghan warlord. It's not Ishmael Khan. It's one of the. It's Saeed. You know?
Wait, which warlords?
He's one of the. He was one of the Peshawar 7, but he's like foreigner. He's like it's like they think it's Saeed, Sayyed, Abdul Saeed, Abdul Saif, you know. Hang on, but like they're doing an interview with him, and so like his group is taking over this like region, right? And they're asking about the burqa, and he's like, they like this, and then it cuts to the women, and they're like quickly trying to cover up because they're terrified for their. It's Sayaf. It's Sayaf. Abdul Rasul Sayaf. He's like, he hates the Taliban, but he's a Wahhabi who hates the Taliban. Yeah. And then Abdul Sayaf is also a group is named after him, I think in the Philippines.
Interesting.
It might be Indonesia.
It's very random.
Well, he's a Mujahideen legend.
Yeah.
And the custody of people who, let's be fair, they were very nice to you, but they are known for being violent lunatics, like a lot of the time, right?
Oh, they just goof off, you know?
Yeah, just goofy, you know, whimsical. But they were asking for something that they knew for an absolute fact that the Taliban were not going to fucking do.
Yeah, exactly.
But they were using your life as a tool for it.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
that pissed me off.
Oh, yeah, no, honestly, that's why I didn't get out of a 6-month bar, because the British were like, women's rights. And I was like...
So you were in an extra 2 months because the British government wanted the Taliban to put in women's rights.
That tracks. Governments are dumb. People in government are dumb.
It sounds like they didn't want you back.
That too. Yeah. That's like it's one of the two, right? That's a pretty basic government I'm an idiot move, but also maybe they didn't want you back.
There's also this interview with Saif, and he's like, they're like, why are you such like a violent misogynist warlord? He's like, oh, I don't want to be like this. I want to be teacher. I want to be settling down and teaching, not a soldier in the bunker.
That's my understanding of it, yeah. So
first of all, women's rights, cringe.
Yeah, exactly.
Second of all, the Taliban would never do that, and they know that.
No, the whole thing is they don't understand too. The law is controlled by the Quran, and whatever rights given to men and women are installed by the book. And that makes perfect sense, mate. If I had a Christian ethno-state, which I kind of do want, to be fair, in England...
that tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would have it by the Catholic Bible, you know?
Yeah.
So, minus the child stuff. So,
What do you mean, man? Your bros love the kitty fiddling. What are you talking about?
So does the Taliban.
Every Nazi is a kitty fiddler. What are you talking about? Christian ethno state. Fuck off.
Hey, I know one of those. It's called the Vatican.
But anyway,
easy with that up in Scotland, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, don't say that outside.
Yeah, mate. But I was like, you're not gonna get it. You might as well ask for an Israeli.
Actually, do.
Yeah.
Go. What's the? Is it the Irish songs or something like that in Scotland will get you stabbed? Or something like that, or like praising the crown in Scotland will get you stabbed in Glasgow, or something like that.
Beat all the black and tans. Oh God! So we can start killing the Protestants.
No, Michael, that's not what this is about.
The embassy at the same time, you bunch of
One less palm.
Yeah, that was it.
spastics,
They knew it was something that they weren't going to get.
Yeah, it was just so they say, maybe we asked.
It annoyed me that they were using your life and the lives of other prisoners, then putting them in jeopardy so that they could virtue signal. Basically, you did another 2 months so they could virtue signal.
Yeah, I went for 2 months, were kind of cool, but yeah, I wish. And plus, I even asked the British government on the phone. I was like, hey, if you have to kind of like get me out, can you do it during spring or summer because I want to come out with a tan, I want to come out looking good. And they was like, for fuck's sake, this kid.
No, you didn't.
But I was like, yeah.
Oh no, he probably made some snide comment on the phone.
And also, I found out a woman.
He can't help himself.
Yeah. I don't know. This is literally the first time I've seen this guy. I don't like him.
Oh, I mean, I was introduced to him when he was taking up resources we were trying to use.
Yeah. Fair enough.
One of them said 2 years ago previously, it got leaked to the Daily Mail or whatever, big thing, and it was like British prisoners abroad who are having trouble, even detained by terrorist groups. We're under no obligation to help them, and she was like head of my case. So I was like, oh,
yeah, that's England, not America. It's very simple. This is why people from other countries that aren't America get kidnapped.
It's so over.
I seen the emails. I seen the emails for her, by the way, and then it said at the bottom in the email signature, she, her, and I went, oh no,
oh no,
she's handling this case.
Oh my
God,
pronouns
in their email.
This is what this is about now.
It's a thing too.
Not the pronouns. Oh no.
I mean, after I had a meeting with one of the British, British staff that came to Afghanistan just to meet me for a welfare check.
Yeah.
They were like, we only got 5 minutes, and he was some stuck-up wanker with a stick up his ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I did after the whole meeting.
Oh, you mean he didn't have time for your shit because you had to fucking fly to Afghanistan for your ass?
A little bit shaken up because it was quite early on. It was like month 2 or something, and I was like, "Hey, write down your email." And they're like, where's a pen? I'm like, "Get a pen right here, write down." Bloody hell! And I was like, Margaret Thatcher. I'm like, "Get on the ball, you fucking bureaucrats."
Yeah.
And then I wrote them a complaint email where I just called them incompetent. I said, I wrote this email to them like afterwards. I said, "You're incompetent. I have no faith in your abilities. Your diversity hire." I just wrote all this stuff to these staff members, and of course he never wrote back. But I made sure.
I can't imagine why.
That's epic.
What was it that actually ended up getting you out? Was there anything they'd done in exchange?
I wrote an email.
He's a very cool guy. This guy belongs on the YMH wall. That's how cool he is. Yeah, up there with Fed Smoker and people like that. The guy who likes hearing people take shits. Yeah,
bro, I guarantee you this dude is like chronic sexual assaulter too.
100%.
Money, the British government.
That's why I like the Taliban so much.
Anymore.
Yeah.
They don't. There was no exchange of money, no exchange of prisoners. It was basically just they talked. The other 2 British men, the other 3 British men were convicted of being spies. So what happened was, quick one, I have to leave out some details.
Oh, was
the
it?
other 2 British men I've met once in a hotel before because they managed the hotel. I've met up, so they thought I was part of that network. So the whole spy thing also kind of culminated together. But if you see a white dude in Kabul, you just talk to them because it's one of my friends,
Yeah.
So we just talked once. They thought, maybe he's part of a network or whatever. But this guy, these guys were convicted of being spies, so we must have some strong evidence. And then the third guy apparently went into
Taliban, known for needing strict evidence. I bet there was tons of evidence.
Watch, these people were arrested just for being in association with this guy.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Kabul. And then actually just walked around with our photos going, "Excuse me, Taliban, where have these men being held?" Just like doing that until we got arrested. So that's pretty funny. You imagine just walking up to random like soldiers and going, "Excuse me, where's Bin Laden? Where's Bin Laden?" The same thing. Yeah, it's the equivalent. So they're like, "Why the fuck are you asking where prisoners are? Who are you?"
That guy doesn't sound like a very good spy.
Yeah, he was the second time being arrested in Afghanistan, by the way, by the Taliban.
He's a very bad spy then.
Yeah, it's like, all these fucking glowies, man. You think they're competent? I don't think so, man. I would never be a glowy because one, obviously pays like trash. 2, high risk, and 3, they're retards. You know what I mean? Like I'm a retard, but I'm a cool retard. You know, it's like you can't be glowing, you can't be cool. But anyway, so we all got released after.
I don't think he understands that he would be the perfect informant.
I don't think he understands he already is.
Oh yeah. But like that's like the best type of informant is one that you can get to do and make it think it's their own idea.
Uh-huh.
And that's this kind of guy. You
Uh-huh.
could definitely make him think it was his own idea.
Like selling somebody armor.
Yeah. Like definitely
Like that, like
definitely.
SAS guys are like, here, take this armor when you get back to Britain. Stay in our WhatsApp group. We'll tell you where to sell it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a while, apparently there was some
Was
negotiation.
there touching goodbyes?
Actually, yeah, a little bit. Like at one point, so the British men, they were the biggest trouble. The 2 men who were convicted of being spies.
Yeah.
They were actually. So one of them was unnamed. He was former SAS, a Portland guy, actually high up in security clearance. So hence his name wasn't released. But that was mainly the thing. I was just tagged on to the whole thing. I had the Taliban apologize to me, saying sorry I took so much longer. My friend, if it was up to me, I would release you right now. But it's political. I'm like, it's chill, man. Don't worry about it. But they're my tally bros, And and then at one point, they just came into my room and they said, "All right, Miles, how you doing? You gonna be released? You gonna be deported? Pack up your stuff."
I guarantee you they
12
just
hours,
like
we're gonna take
fucking
you to another
can't
location.
stand him too.
They're like every time they have to go back to the prison cell, they're like,
bro,
you're
like
in
they're
fraud,
literally
so who
just
has
like
to do it?
they're literally like just like obeying like their fucking warrior code, and this guy's like sitting here being an asshole the whole time.
Yeah, spin the
They
AK,
literally
whichever way
they can only eat bread and water because he's eating all the meat portions off the fucking plate and shit.
They play spin the bottle to pick who has to go into the room, but they use a RPG rocket.
Well, he even said like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay someone's entire salary who speaks English to hang out with me."
Fucking hell.
So
Deported based. So.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, exactly. I don't have an exit stamp in my passport, so I'm like, but I was like, oh crap, I've wanted advance notice. I wanted to film a YouTube video, of course, there. But I was like, yeah, whatever. So I got out my remaining money, slapped on the table, and I said, Iqbal, Hamidullah, please kindly go to the bazaar, buy me pizza, ginseng, Pepsi. We have a feast, brother. We're gonna have a feast. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna watch a movie. It's gonna be chill, man.
We're gonna watch Titanic. We're gonna watch Barbie.
Doubt.
Well, no, they all love Top Gun. They were all like. They're bro. Like I was when the fall of Afghanistan happened. So many of these guys I was talking to about Top Gun, the new one, obviously.
That's so funny.
They were like they love that shit. But like no, like Rambo 3, Titanic. Most of them have probably seen because it's not like they see it before they join the Taliban and stuff. Before they're like supposed to not watch TV and stuff like that. I'm sure plenty still break the rules and stuff, but like you can get in serious shit, and if you break out the cult rules. I mean, just think about if you did something against the rules in Scientology, and that's in America. Imagine what a cult is like in Afghanistan.
Well, they loved Rambo 3. They loved.
Did James just say something?
Die Hard. Die Hard. Yeah, they loved
like Die Hard.
Yeah, man.
They watch movies and shit. They're pretty chill.
Yeah. Plus, like everyone has seen Titanic, bro.
I haven't seen Titanic.
I mean,
Wait,
like
really?
overseas, bro. Like any country you go to, you can be like, "Oh, Titanic," and they'll be like, "Yeah." It was just a big movie, like when it came out.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Does the
It's not
the
worth seeing.
homoeroticism of the first one not tickle their fancy?
Well, what do you mean the first one?
Of the first Top Gun? Sorry.
Oh, no.
You
I don't
said
think
they
they've
like the
seen
new
this.
one?
I don't. No. It's only Top Gun Maverick that they were talking about because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like they don't know, like what it's like to even fly planes and stuff.
And then you've got Tom Cruise, movie star, who's like the only civilian to ever fly an F-18.
Bro, Do you hear this shit? Like the next Mission Impossible, they might be sending him to the International Space
I
Station.
did hear about that. Yeah.
I know. I'm talking to James. I told you this.
I have not heard that.
So
Scientology money, bro. Scientology
the
money.
plot is saying that he goes to space.
Wait.
So,
For the movie, they're doing it in real life, not just in the movie.
yeah. So like
What
the
the-
stunt sequence is
Tom Cruise
supposedly
does
going to
his
be
own
on the ISS. That's apparently what they're trying to do. And
Surely,
and it might not be. They probably will do a spacewalk sequence, but that will be faked. You know.
I kind of want Tom Cruise to do it. If he's gonna go that far, just fucking do it.
Yeah, like he could go through the training to spacewalk,
Mm.
but I'm not sure if NASA would approve it. They might take it a little.
Depends
too
how much
seriously.
money Scientology gives them.
That is true. If there's NASA does need the money,
Mm-hmm.
but like they have cameras up there. They've sent people up there to do like stuff on the ISI before, you know, and like especially with the new ship, it's like. But also, it might be just something where they do like Virgin Galactic or the Vomit Comet or something, you know.
Yeah.
And they might just phone it in, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the Challenger mission was meant to broadcast stuff from the ISS as well. Before it blew up, and Reagan delayed it because of a speech.
But the space shuttle was really poorly designed. You have the boosters above the shuttle.
Yeah.
You know, the Russians, they put the final craft at the top of the rocket.
Yeah,
so
that's
nothing
what it should
can
be.
fall down on top of it.
Yeah, that's what it should be. But like that, they clearly have the infrastructure to do it. They just would need to lug film cameras up there, I guess. Or you could probably just use
Jump every shark in the world in one take.
You could probably just use the little Blackmagic cinema cameras, honestly. That's probably not out of the picture. I kind of hope they do that. Anyway, side tangent. Back to this.
Everybody likes Die Hard.
Yeah, they also loved Over the Hedge. You know about kids.
That's random.
I watched the one movie from the bazaar. You know, it's like 10 Afghan, like 10 pence a movie.
Right.
And for some reason, they just threw it over Hedge with Pashto and Farsi subtitles. And I was like, you know, I actually like this movie. It was solid. You know, as a kid.
Why wouldn't
they?
they?
Like,
Kids movies.
It's a cartoon, no problem.
That's where that's mainly who watches like movies and shit over there.
Yeah, okay.
Like that's why people are like freak out about Mr. Bean being on Bin Laden's hard drive and shit, and like anime and stuff. Like, bro, Bin Laden was not watching your favorite kid detective anime, whatever that anime was called. But like Mr. Bean and like Tom and Jerry, those are another ones like Titanic. Every country you go to, they know what Tom and Jerry is and what Mr. Bean is.
But like those sort of ones are so universal because there's no speaking in it.
Exactly.
Right. The Looney Tunes makes sense. Tom and Jerry makes sense. I was going to say Muppets, but less so. It's more America. But like anything like that, I guess is like universally something that could be spread. So it's not out of the picture. The actual Hollywood movies is very surprising though. Flintstones.
Well, these DVDs would have been sold to already. You know. I mean, like the capital of Afghanistan wasn't that bad of a place beforehand. It was pretty well developed compared to the rest of the country.
Compared to the rest of Central Asia, actually compared to the rest of Asia, it was comparably developed.
It's also like always been there, you know, like Kabul is like in like some of the oldest Sanskrit texts. It's mentioned as being a place, and it was the main source of tin for the Bronze Age.
No, the Bronze Age reference 2-in-1 video.
I was like, yeah, to be fair. So they looked over Hedge, you know, they found it funny. Why not? You know, it was a good bridge between cultures. You know, it was good. They showed me some of their
Over
stuff.
the Hedge?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
I think we watched about 50
They're more willing to watch
movie.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Is that because it's because it's not real?
Yeah, that's why like ISIS will use anime pictures and stuff.
Interesting. It's so funny.
some of them just, some of the movies they just didn't like. Black Hawk Down was a big one. That was good. It had, it was the only one that had Pashto, not subtitles. It was a
dubbing.
It was dubbing, yeah. So they were watching, they were like, "Oh, this is cool, man." And they were like, when the Americans failed, they were like, "Hey!"
What
Yeah,
movie
when
were they
when the
watching?
Black Hawk went down.
Black
Black
Hawk
Hawk
Down.
Down.
Fair enough.
They probably love that movie because Americans got fucking bodied.
I would imagine so. So what happened? Did they just take you to the Afghan airport?
Yeah, no.
Or-
So what happened was I got transferred. So I had a whole military escort. I got put into one of his bulletproof cars. Been in one of them before. With the commander. He's chill like that. He's my G. He's like my top T. Taliban. So Andrew Tate says top G.
See, bro.
Top Taliban.
Bro,
So we
see,
drove.
I told you. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's weird. It's especially with ISIS, man, because like the British kids fucking came in with all this fucking anime shit. So they're like, there's like this anime injection that happens with ISIS like one year. And like to this day, like you'll see like this meme and it's like 4 anime girls that are like redrawn as ISIS figures. Like ISIS actually made that shit and put it out, and like people still use that as a meme.
Awesome.
To this middle house, that was like halfway in between, just for security reasons, just in case. And the commander was there, and he was like, "Congratulations, my friend. I hope you do decide to come back one day for business. We would love to have you again.
Try and
everything
sell
started
arms
very
again, we'll
side by
arrest you."
Situation. Yeah, I never risk. Yeah, no problem.
Buying.
And
He was
like,
buying arms
"Do
in
you think you might
Afghanistan.
come back?" And I said, "My friend, I promise you, pinky promise, my friend." I was like, "Pinky promise."
Pinky promise.
And I said, 3 weeks.
3
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah, and I'm going back in 3 weeks.
Alright.
They said, "Okay, we're gonna give you this letter from the minister of blah blah blah, and also our intelligence agency saying."
Was it the Minister of Interior?
Yes, it was Haqqani. Wrote him a
Haqqani
letter.
that controls import and export and who comes in and out.
Haqqani, he literally has like a Haqqani pass now.
So when he gets back to England after this trip, and he's got an official letter from Haqqani, would he be considered
He's in England.
a terrorist asset?
He's in England. I guarantee they already have him flagged as an asset, though.
Interesting.
He sold armor that he stole from Afghanistan.
He cannot be searched. He cannot be stopped. He cannot be questioned at checkpoint.
CSGO also huge. CSGO is also huge. And then the Taliban specifically love Black Ops 2 because there's an Afghanistan mission where you ride on like horses and shoot down a bunch of helicopters.
That's awesome.
Anything where it's like, that's us, bro.
Someone should make an army game that's specifically the Taliban.
They would
that you
use, but
fight
they would.
with
They
the-
were
as the
using CS:GO
Taliban?
to actually train, though.
That doesn't surprise me, honestly. But someone should develop a game that's like
It didn't work.
based around the Afghan war, but you're the Taliban.
The Taliban would love that.
They would love
the
it.
The thing is that it wouldn't sell there. They'd pirate it.
That's fine. Just put in the title screen. Thanks for pirating, Taliban.
His goods cannot be searched. He's free to do business in the country. He can go anywhere. That's not a military site. Anyone who I think it was anyone who stops him beyond the validity of this checking the validity of this document will be arrested themselves and signed like this commander geezer. So when I've seen this before, I've seen this.
Haqqani.
British people have had it who have done big business in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So when I hand it at the checkpoint, I would just go, "Yeah, go on through, go on."
So if this is an actual thing, where is it? Why would you not bring this? Why would you not be like, here's my letter?
So nobody can copy it.
Don't show it specifically. Just be like, here's the letter.
I mean, I'm sure
it's a real thing.
it exists.
It's a real thing. It's
the way he's talking about how they wave him through just because he has Haqqani's name on it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the peril, not the peril, not even peril. It's just the benefits of having a rubber stamp from the most terrifying person in the entire Middle East.
Yeah, it is pretty wild. I just
He has
wanted to
no
see it.
clue.
I just want to see it. I just
He
want to
has
see
no
the
clue.
document.
You
That
know,
it was
he doesn't
Rouhani.
even know who the guy is, right? He probably does. He just doesn't want to say the name. They're probably like, "Don't you fucking say my name."
Yeah, yeah. I just want to see the piece of paper.
He showed him
That's all I
pictures
wanna
of like,
see.
"This is what I do to people who tell my name and give out this letter." You know, he just lays them out. It's like, "This will be you. You will become
Okay.
the soup. I will literally
Fruit.
grind your
I've
bones
gone
into
above the
dust
N-word.
and bake bread out of them."
Pass for
I was
Afghanistan.
about to say that's better than an N-word pass.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
Mujahideen pass.
I don't need the N-word pass to be fair. I'm a gamer, so you know.
I mean, I never say racism on camera.
On camera.
On camera.
Turn the camera off, mate. I've got some racism to say.
Sake.
Oh, that's for later on.
Yeah, we'll come back a bit. Hold on.
We'll chat about that ethno state later.
Yeah, exactly. There's this place called Hyperborea, mate.
I
It's in
retract what I said
Afghanistan,
before.
100%. It's true. It's true.
It's in Afghanistan.
yeah. Well, here's the thing too. I cheated on my wife with an Afghan man. You know, he's A10 blue eyes, and he showed me where Gartha is. True story. Don't let the press find out about this.
Okay.
I'm getting no. I'm just shit posting, man. I'm high on fucking coffee.
He
Well,
definitely
you
fucked
just get
somebody in that
taken
jail.
to
He
the
definitely got.
airport
He definitely got bro banged.
He's the bitch. He acts like he was ordering people around, but really he was the one getting ordered.
You were on the plane and you were back home now.
They
take me to the airport. Waiting for
they take
you.
me to the airport, and then the other three British men come, and obviously they were convicted of being spies, so they were in the serious jail, the maximum security jail.
Yeah.
And I was in the, you goofed off a little bit, but you still committed a crime jail, like a guest house. I was in a normal house. They were in an actual jail.
Yeah.
So they looked very depressed and stressed, and they came, and the one guy I met at the hotel.
They came.
He was like. I did not fucking expect to see you here. I was like, "Hello, lovely holiday, my friend. How are you?" And he's like, Apparently, they were very bored. So it turns out they didn't have laptops and they weren't watching Barbie. So apparently they played fly tennis, where if there was a fly in the room, they would hit it between themselves like tennis to pass the time and shit. And they would just, it was jail. It was fair enough.
So. You arrived back in the UK, but you did something to the journalists.
Oh yes,
when you were on your way
of
back,
course.
Right?
Yes. So what happened was, I've got a list of journalists. I call it my blacklist. I've got a physical book of all the details of the journalists who screw me over, basically. And they're not the ones who write bad opinions about me. They're chill. They can have their opinion. Fair enough. They don't like me. Whatever. But these journalists are the ones that have lied.
Oh yes,
pretty much
Miles.
Just, messed with me. They've messed with me. Caused me problems for no reason.
Yeah.
They've just straight up lied about some stuff. So what I did, I messaged them as I was arriving in a London airport. I messaged them going, "Hey, anyway, I'm arriving in Birmingham soon," and it's obviously a red flag. If you know anything about me, I would not arrive in Birmingham. Yeah, so it's like these people they did it themselves, And I was like, I'm doing a free photo shoot. I'll tell you my story. I'll do it for free. You get a free exclusive. Come meet me. I just put down my phone, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, let's go." They suddenly started being very nice to me. Of course, I was like, "Yeah, you wankers." Of course, I arrived at the other airport, so they're waiting at the arrivals desk.
That's very cool.
And they're just like they waiting for cameras and stuff. So like there was at least 7 or 8.
Oh my god!
I had like a little list, and
Skip.
After a while they were like, a few hours ago.
Cool, you pranked journalists. Go back to talking about the Haqqanis giving you a pass after they bro banged you.
He literally he just changed his clothes, went to equivalent of Primark, bought some clothes, had a shower, and they were like, "Can you test me again?" They were like, "Okay." Swab, no beeping, go on through.
Yeah.
So it was like just change your clothes and maybe a finger up the ass or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
What?
He was in good spirits. We were all joking about it. They were like, "Oh, you gonna get fingered, mate," or "Oh, enjoy your second prison." Just tell them this time you'll make your goal.
I think you're right.
Yeah, like, we were all in good spirits about this. The Foreign Office was like panicking, saying I was going to tweet about this. I was like,
"You were a battle bride."
I think you're right. I think he was. I think you're definitely.
Bro, we had to negotiate taking somebody's wife away at this point.
That's why it took so long.
Jesus Christ. Now we found out the woman they were trying to get rights for, I guess.
Yeah, you were messaging
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
were messaging me. Aye.
Yeah, I was like, can I get another burger? He's like, sure, just don't tweet. And I was like, that's cool. And
You tweeted anyway.
Oh, later. And I'm talking about the podcast now. They were chill. The British government was really sound about this.
Yeah.
So I got back to the airport in England, and I was like, where's my next flight to Tel Aviv? And they was like, shut up, Miles, you're not going on another plane at the moment. You spend a few days here. I was like, yeah, but Israel is having a lovely holiday with Palestine, and I want to go there. It seems good. Flights are really cheap at the moment. I wonder why. And they were like, Miles, just we need to go take you through the airports. They debriefed me, which was quite good.
They didn't debrief
No,
you, so
no.
no.
I was really surprised by that.
Lois sat you down and wanted to know everything.
So at first they were like, hey, we want to do a call with the Foreign Office given the circumstances of your arrest, but at the moment, we need you to meet all your family. We've got your family waiting for you. I was like, my family? They're like, no, Miles, you don't speak to your family. So we've got one of your friends called James, and I was like, fucking James is here. He's the wanker who got me in prison. And they were like, oh, that guy. So I saw James.
What?
Let's say he got
not me. I spoke to him while he was at the hospital. I was at the hotel, not at the airport.
But you put him in prison.
I didn't put him in prison. Different James.
That was a different one.
So I almost got arrested for assault in an airport, but he deserved it. He got me in Taliban jail.
To be fair, I'd have probably knocked the shit out of one of my pals.
Yeah,
mate.
I bitch slapped him up. I bitch slapped him
Yeah. I remember this. Yes.
Of a what?
I don't know what terp BTW means, but I remember somebody fucking him
Either
leaking
way.
and doxing. Yeah, but I don't know what terp.
Yeah,
of a
I'm not
terp.
sure what that is.
Ooh. Oh,
yeah,
Afghan interpreter.
Oh, Afghan interpreter. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I do remember that. Fuck this guy, bro.
When I say slapped around.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, mate.
I would say if there's a time you're allowed to do it,
yeah,
that would have been it.
Yeah, we got it, guys.
But yeah, the no debriefing. They said, hey, can we have a call with the Foreign Office in a few days after you settle down?
Yeah.
And they were like, if you need anything, any mental health stuff, we can help you. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're talking shit, mate. I had a lovely holiday. I'm going back in 3 weeks.
See, for the moment I met you outside, I knew you were fine.
Bro,
Yeah,
see,
mate,
he's going
like,
back in
all
3
my
weeks.
friends
He's
were
got Stockholm syndrome, bro.
You reckon?
It's a bit of a gold mine thing. Yeah, the gold mine thing is big.
Yeah, he wants to go back and exploit the gold mine there. Yeah. They're gonna literally gonna take his money for the gold mine and then put him back in the cell. See how many times they can scam him.
It's quite scary.
All my friends were like, Miles, if there's anything you need, I'm like, yeah, bacon cheeseburger, mate. I get it. Yeah, so I was like, hey, they're under the impression that I'm all going to be screaming from the middle of the night, like, where am I? PTSD.
Yeah.
And I was just there.
They'll
like,
probably catch up to you one day, pal.
So I was like,
it definitely will.
Want to go out to
Like all this joking around and laughing is going to be all real nice and calm until one day you turn around and wake up and you're like, oh fuck, all of this trauma is catching up with me. All of those Afghan men in the Taliban who put their dick in my bum, that's going to catch up to me.
A restaurant.
Was that the first thing you done when you got back?
Well, I was back.
I was going to continue without laughing.
Back for a day, then I went to Romania to meet Tate. I was like, I passed through Birmingham on the way back to look.
Ran a train on him.
The Taliban also like him, apparently, according to what's her name, Samira Khan. Remember when they held a conference with the Taliban?
That chick. Oh, I don't like her. She's the worst.
It wasn't actually the Taliban, though. They held the Twitter Spaces to talk about how the Taliban were concerned about Andrew Tate.
Fuck. I remember that. Yeah.
I forgot she existed. So thank you for reminding me.
Oh yeah, she's been
nightmare.
coming up. She comes up every now and then. Jesus Christ.
for where I live.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, jeez, I'm back in Kabul in Birmingham. I'm in little Kabul. I was looking around, I was like, I literally heard Pashto being spoken. So I was there, like, I was like, oh, nee, Mushkinishta, Miles Deport. So I quickly jumped on a plane expecting to be inspected by feds. No, I just jumped around, and I had the call with the foreign office.
No, it's fine. If you're going to get jumped in Birmingham, stick on the Barbie movie. Titanic.
Yeah, so true. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Oh no, they will not treat you with respect. But Birmingham people are just messed up. I lived in Birmingham.
Isn't Birmingham the one where they like their football club is like full on Nazis?
One of them, I can't remember. It's British. It just slips away from my mind.
Most British football is Nazis, though.
Yeah.
Eyebrows raised over Birmingham City away shirt because it looks like a swastika. Oh my god. Hold on. You need to see this. That is awesome. That is fucking amazing. What were they thinking?
They were thinking, hey, let's put a swastika on this and see if anyone notices.
The best one is that there's the Nike tick on it.
Uh-huh. Might as well be a
Holy
swastika.
shit.
Just needs to have an Adidas logo.
Chelsea is the one I was just thinking of. They just
Okay.
posted pictures the other day, and they had like the flag, and like people would be like, "Why would you post this openly on social media?"
About the crackhead in Birmingham I met on my third trip back from Afghanistan.
No.
Oh, they had the
Oh,
totem
it's a
cough on
story.
it.
No.
Interesting.
On what?
On the flag, on a British flag
For who?
for Chelsea.
Oh yeah, you found the picture I was talking about.
Yeah, the Chelsea Headhunters is what they're called.
Yep.
In Budapest.
Cool
That's kinda
guys.
interesting. Yeah, very cool.
Another schizophrenic. So yeah.
Crackhead, yeah.
No joke, so I lived in Birmingham for 18 years. Absolutely despised
It was
worst
four
place,
years ago.
Terrible architecture, terrible people, weird mix of leftist stuff and then extremist people. And then I went back. And I was also homeless for 3 months in Birmingham, so that was lovely. So I
And
went
the
back and I
Rangers in
arrived at
Scotland.
Birmingham Airport
Interesting.
from Kabul, and I had all my Taliban merch to resell in my carry-on.
Yeah.
So it was about 3 a.m. So I just sat
Taliban
outside
merch.
what's it called this really popular tourist attraction called Birmingham train station. It's really popular because it's where you get to leave Birmingham the fastest. Yeah, yeah. So I was sitting there. I was
We just found the flag. Well, I found the flag. Tommy Robinson. Okay, that tracks.
Yeah, we were trying to remember him literally like 2 days ago. We couldn't.
That's
remember
right.
his
We
name.
were, yeah, because we looked up the town, because that came up. I think I brought it up. I think because I mistook another town for it.
sitting on my phone listening to some schizo posts on iPhone or whatever, and then suddenly some homeless guy comes up to me. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, I'll give him a fiver, why not? But he sits down. He goes, "If I rape a woman and kidnap her and make sure she has my child, am I creating life? And does that make me God?" And I'm so I'm just sitting there. I put out one AirPod. I'm like, oh, this is probably the mayor of Birmingham. This is like the chief philosopher, I don't know. Like, it's like Birmingham University.
Modern day Brummy Diogenes.
Yeah,
Like,
he's Diogenes. And I just talked to him, and he's just going through some schizo stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is actually entertaining. To be fair, I wish I could film it, but he said no to the filming, so he's very smart like that.
At least you asked him.
Yeah, but he just talks shit constantly, and we have like a full-on debate about it. And I'm trying to, be careful with my speaking. So I'm like, hey mate, but why not just not rape women in the first place?
I don't want to hear about your rape debate.
But why not? I'm like, congeals, you just die within 10 minutes. There's been locals who have gone there, stepped on the island, grabbed some bananas, and then they get bitten within 10 minutes of it, they're just dead. There's so many stories of just people going there by accident, people going there to open the lighthouse of the original family who built the lighthouse there.
Yeah.
The workers somehow kept dying, but they were slaves, so the Brazilians didn't care 200 years ago. So when they finished the lighthouse,
right.
One day they left the window open.
Talking about the wandering spider.
The family child. Yeah, they killed the family's child. The family runs out of the dead of night to go on the boat to go to the mainland to try and help the kid, get medical attention. The kid was obviously dead. and then they all get bitten, of course, and they're all just messed up. I can't talk about this publicly. Well, I'm going to talk about it publicly anyway. There was a tourism site that they would do extreme tourism, and they would let you swim around Snake Island, but not go on it. So you take some cheesy Instagram things. Snakes can swim, by the way. So they got bitten. There was one American tourist who died. It was really off the books, but all the local.
Are they talking about sea snakes? Maybe. I'm not going back, but I think they might. It's either recluse spiders or brown.
So of course, I just kind of go.
Well,
I see the Vice documentary. I'm like, geez, I need to go there. Next holiday, my ex was a snake, and I could deal with her. So why not these people? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I went there. And you know how I got around the whole snake bite?
Hilarious.
I was wearing a whole suit of medieval armor. It was on my YouTube too. So I wore a whole suit of medieval armor. I was like some retarded Iron Man. I was actually singing a song. I was walking through Snake Island. It took me 3 hours to get up.
Chainmail wouldn't stop snake fangs. You fucking idiot.
He said medieval armor.
I'm just assuming it was chainmail. Or is he talking like a full suit of armor? Either way, dumb.
Turns out wearing 45 kilograms of metal armor
practically
plus
at the
padding,
equator.
At the equator during the height of summer in February time. This was just before my arrest, by the way. Was not good. I got heat stroke, but I was like still going on. I love that too. As I got into the lighthouse, and then suddenly my friend radios and goes, he's sitting on the boat just waiting for me. And he goes, hey, we've got like a Brazilian Coast Guard Navy patrol boat coming straight for our direction. They should be here in less than like 30 minutes. Miles, you need to get down. You will get arrested and get chucked in jail for 10 years for being on this island. So I'm like, oh, jeez, what's the smartest?
Why do we care about this?
Yeah, we don't care about your Snake Island adventure. The island was previously thought to have a population of 430,000 snakes, but recent estimates are much lower. One study of a specific snake found the population to be 2,000 and 4,000.
That's quite a massive less chunk than 400,000.
But there's a Tim Hortons there, and there's like 5 buildings.
They've still got a fucking Tim Hortons.
Yeah, of course. So I emailed the Canadian government like, "What's up? I'm Lord Miles. You know who I am, but no need to introduce myself." I was very humble, and I said, "Hey, can I pop down to this nuclear alert station? No, if you don't need security clearance, I'm chill. Can I pop down?" And they were like, "No." And I said, "But is there a fence over the summer?" And then they responded. So I'm putting together a 500-mile Arctic expedition. Absolutely nothing can go wrong. So I've got some guys.
And it would be a shame if he froze to death in the Arctic Circle.
I was going to say, you're either going to get shot at the fence or you're going to get eaten by a polar bear.
I've been playing this for over a year. I've got a sled dog company.
Polar bears. If he meant Arctic, he was talking Canada, so he is talking Arctic, right? That would be up. Okay, he's not Antarctic. He's talking about Arctic. No. Yeah. He's right then. Polar bears would eat you. I hope a polar bear eats you.
Penguins, that would be funny. But yes, I do also. Take lots of open bags of chips and very rotten meat. It'll stave off the polar bears, my guy.
Sell me the dogs. So you have to eat them about halfway through because it's a weird calorie thing.
Yeah.
As well, I've got a team that's put together. I've got some Arctic training that I actually went through in secret, so that's good. I also want to go to the ice wall, see what's over there. It's like goof off. I want to find a Garth or Hyperborea, that type of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I've got A10 eyes, so I'll be allowed through, no problem. I'm also.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He's talking about going to the
Canada. You mean the chosen?
Nothing about Hakani.
Boss chosen people. You know what? They told me to go to North Central Island. I'm like, that's totally reasonable.
Please do. Go contact them. See how you go.
Do it.
Maybe they'll become your.
Bring a drone. Bring a drone. Go fly a drone out there. That'll be hilarious. It'll be an epic prank, bro.
Make a drone show. Become their god.
What is the eye meme?
God told the last guy to go.
Huh?
What is the eye meme?
I don't know.
The eye meme.
In North Central Island.
No. He didn't have A10 eyes, man. He didn't. But
if you
this guy in the 70s actually went there regularly every single week, and he would do his thing where he does this very Fortnite dance, dresses like them.
Oh,
He got a bit of
A10,
a tan
A10, as in the
He
eye
looked a bit
color,
more like
blue
them, dyed his
eyes,
hair
like
black,
Nazi.
you know,
It's a
Right.
Nazi
He's like
dog
a funny
whistle.
Fortnite
Seriously?
Yeah, I thought he was saying 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
No, I
Like
knew he was
A10.
saying A10.
Yes.
Interesting.
Nazi dog whistle.
Hmm. Okay.
dance with a coconut, threw the coconut, and they obviously went onto the island. And they were like, "Thanks for coconut." That's their crack. They love coconuts. They're not native to the island, but they sometimes wash up, so it's a big treat. And he would do that every single week, and every single time you get a little closer.
Is this the guy that molested them, and that's why they closed off the island?
Yeah, I think that might be that guy. Here is the meme.
Yeah, a pyramid, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, Nazi shit.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
We already know he's a Nazi, so.
Yeah, very cool.
Thing with dogs, you know, you got to gain the trust.
Right.
And then after a while, he was actually on the island. They were like, "Thanks for the coconuts, my G." And he would just keep giving me coconuts. He was on friendly terms. In a few trips, he was actually going to go into the island. But the issue was, he had a heart attack, unrelated, and just died. The Indian government in the 90s actually did the same technique with a funny Fortnite dance and the coconuts. And he brought a native on the other island, and he also brought a woman to show a sign of peace. So it shows that you're not going for war. So I want to bring like a nice blonde hair, tanned girl, you know, A10i girl, you know, some kind of a Hyperborean, you know, a mission.
And get her killed as well.
No.
Wait. When did he say that he has it? Because all I see are brown eyes, my guy.
He keeps on joking about A10 eyes. He's been doing it for the whole episode.
I only just picked up on it.
I heard it earlier.
Or a diplomatic mission, 100%. You got to be some natives.
I've got a feeling that bit where I'm saying "Don't go, Miles" is what's going to be shown in the Netflix documentary covering your death.
No, man, I can't. I'm going to die on the way back, and I'm going to slip on a banana peel at the airport. So no sunshine. You know what I mean? No,
He's going to die, and like only people who watch Count Dankula are going to notice.
Yeah. I won't notice.
Nobody's going to make a documentary out of this fucking wanker. That's like making a documentary about Bald and Bankrupt. Honestly, Bald and Bankrupt is probably the better guy.
To go because they do not.
Why?
They don't have a COVID vaccine. You know what I mean? I need to give it to them. They are in danger right now. They're social isolating from the rest of the world, and you know it makes.
You know what? That's how to get the government to sponsor your trip. Tell them you're going to administer the vaccine.
That would probably work.
Yeah, no, the Indian government is not letting you out there.
No, I know. The Indian government's really protective of it. There's only like 6 of them left, apparently. Well, like a very few amount.
The UN giving it to you,
Yeah.
laughing about that. I'll just shit posting, but generally, I want to go.
It's very hard to
everything.
keep you alive, Miles.
I haven't had a scratch on me in like this 3 years, but when I stay in Birmingham, mate,
You've just been released from Taliban custody.
I had a lovely holiday. Honestly, what's so absurd about this? I've got a multi-million-dollar gold mine deal. I'm meeting with the head of some stock exchange on Monday, and he's promising me about $500,000 in investments. Like, it might not happen, of course, but bloody hell, that seems like a good direction to go, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a $250,000 hedge
Gross.
fund investment.
It's so gross,
I'm
dude.
literally the biggest seller of Taliban merch in the West.
What a title! What a title to have.
Yeah, man. It's a top upcoming industry. You know, so you got like crypto investors. You got like AI
And soon
editors.
everyone slept on Microsoft. You know.
Well, it's like it pays better than my investment banking job, and I'm not really working. I'm just goofing off, having fun.
Yeah.
Like just an eternal white boy summer, and everyone, the media just throw me at the mouth, and I'm just like wankers. Yeah,
Nobody
I'm
cares about
having
you.
fun, dude.
I really don't.
I
obviously,
mean, I'm happy you're having fun. I'm happy that
He has the worst main character syndrome that I've ever seen. Like, I don't think I can name a person with worse main character syndrome. It's pretty
Hitler.
impressive for. He was the main character. Let's be real. For at least a little bit.
How do we feel about this Napoleon movie where he shoots the ice?
Oh, That's apocryphal. I mean, it's a good.
He got him. He epically tricked him. I like the scene where he lures all his enemies out next to big red barrels.
Elon Musk. Bigger main character syndrome than this guy? Actual main character. What do we reckon?
I don't know.
I don't know. Musk doesn't actually do all that much.
No. He definitely thinks he's important, but this guy has such an inflated sense of ego. It's repulsive.
You've got this life full of absolute adventure and amazing stories. Your grandchildren are going to fucking love it. Right?
I'm not going to have children.
I was going to say, I want you to be around.
Good.
I mean, the Taliban were trying to get him pregnant, but
they're unsure of how it works.
To see your grandchildren, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
mate.
I've asked you many times to be
pregnant
careful.
but North Centralese. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
No, they're not my type, to be honest. But
I already said Hitler.
Get
He
it?
came in
Rape
too late.
jokes? Ha ha ha. What the
Not,
fuck?
and especially because like the reason why the North Centralese is closed off is because a British pervert went there and raped them.
Yeah.
That's literally
Of course
why
they
it
were
happened.
British. Mm,
Yeah, he wanted to like measure their dick size and stuff,
of course
and
he
like
did.
raped one of their kids and stuff, and like
Mm.
the kid killed themselves when they got back
Yeah.
to the island or something.
Oh, that's right. He took them off the island, didn't they?
Yeah, it was like some
Did
mission.
they kill him? They killed him, right?
I think so. They like
Yeah.
ripped him apart in his.
Good. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
honestly, I'm going to goof off. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I come out on top of this. It's been a lovely holiday, and to be
Bro,
fair,
somebody is gonna ice pick you in the head and take your gold mine.
can go wrong. My guardian angel.
No,
works-
nothing can go
yeah,
wrong.
exactly. I say that every single time, and then something goes wrong. I mean, I'm really glad someone gets stabbed when they walk out. But
It's pretty dangerous here. I'll give you that. Yeah.
I'm going to Glasgow, mate. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's been a lovely holiday. I'm just as long as you're delusionally optimistic, and somewhat narcissistic. You have this.
Somewhat narcissistic.
Explorer. Like I think T.E. Lawrence might be my dad.
Yeah.
I'm just staring at the A10 eye chart. I'm like, wow, so true. It makes me feel special. It's like white goals with astrology.
Yeah.
Same thing, man. So I'm just having fun. Worst comes to worst, I die.
This dude has had like
Mad
10
fun
things
feel
to
about
say.
Yeah.
And it's literally like Nazi, 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 Nazi punchline.
Yeah. It's pretty much what it's been.
I'm chilling. And plus, I can't complain. I'm dead. Like, who cares? You know what I mean?
For
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
To be fair, like non-eccentric British people don't understand. They can't comprehend the goofing off mindset of just living big. And if it goes wrong, who cares? Because that's my aim at the end of the day. Imagine if I have 8 little children during space age. They go to bloody, I don't know, they go to some planet
we're in
somewhere,
Imperium of Man shit now.
It's getting worse.
diplomatic relations with the Ooga Booga people.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I want my kids to be autistic explorers. I might get them vaccinated so they actually have more autism because it might kind of generate more power.
Yeah. Right. I
So
see.
true. Makes perfect sense, mate. Yeah.
Oh god,
Hilarious.
I'm not going to try and talk you out of it because I tried to talk you out of Afghanistan and that didn't go very well. But what can you at least promise me one thing, right?
No.
I was just going to say, please at least try and be safe.
Well, despite my best efforts, I refuse to die. When I first, you my friends who gave me that lordship certificate in the beginning, I told you about at the beginning of this shit post.
Yeah.
They literally had a saying about me even before my travels years before. They
Bro,
said,
this
"All
dude
we can do is
literally, like, he goes outside and does all this stuff and is yet to touch grass somehow.
Fucking hell.
There's nothing else you can do. It's like if I'm determined to goof off, I will.
And I was right about the Irish thing in Glasgow. If you sing Protestant songs in Glasgow, you'll probably die.
Oh, well, that's not Irish.
Well, Protestant. So
Yeah, that's British.
yeah. So it's probably Northern Ireland.
Yeah, they're British.
Yeah. But yeah,
So we
I
can
knew it was
start killing the
something.
Protestants.
No,
now
Michael,
tonight,
that's
Captain.
not what this is about.
I don't want to encourage you if I think you're going to die.
Well, it's like
Do
all
it.
you can do is show support. You know what I mean? It's like
I will. What I will say is that I hope you're safe and I wish you're safe. I just want you to not die.
Okay, I think we're done.
Sorry, guys.
Why are you gay?
We're done. All right, what's next?
Oh,
say it loud and clear. They'll blow up that dam.
You tell me. I need to take away this chinchilla's house before he chews it to pieces.
All right. Well, let's put it to the people watching. We've got.
Poll.
Can we do polls?
Yeah.
We'll do one of those. That's cool. Let's do that. Stand by.
Stand by. Who does that? What is his name? Jameson? Stand by. Here, I'll do a poll.
Okay, so we've got John Stossel confronting a professor.
I'm gonna say no. I'm vetoing that from the
Okay,
poll
fair enough.
100%.
Jimmy Dore and Richie Medhurst talking about AOC. We've got Sky News Jordan Peterson talking about Israel.
Oh, that one's
Hamas
fucking
war.
hysterical. Jordan Peterson.
A second thought propaganda video. We've got Hassan reacting to second thought. And we've got a video that's an update
can only
on
get
Israel. Okay. Well, there's an update on Israel Palestine. It says, "I told you so." Could be literally anything. But we'll
Who's
go
the
with this.
creator?
Yaron Brook.
Oh, they're the fucking Ayn Rand people. That's in there with John Stossel. We already looked at that type of shit today.
All right, well, we'll go with those four. Let's go.
Okay. Look, a poll, chat.
I didn't see it. Where is it?
%0 still. Oh,
We getting there?
no, yeah, votes are coming in now.
Jews.
Okay. It's
they referenced the Protocols of Elder Zion. I mean, I wrote that book. That's a great book.
Only He will bring us closer when we fall to our knees.
It's intermission.
You must have known you were wrong when your fingers
Stop
were
it.
dipped inside me, searching for honey
Awful.
that would not come for you.
got three votes. Three votes in.
What do we got?
Just that's it. I'm still waiting. Waiting for more votes.
What are we
Catch you guys
stopping at?
later.
Yeah.
See ya.
Please clap.
We might not.
A
We might have
doofus.
only like 3 chatters participating at this point.
That's all right.
I only see
What-
3 recent ones.
What do we got?
Is there supposed to be a poll here? Someone said that because they were on James's stuff. It was linked. They don't know.
Yeah, it's on the 5th gen page.
Yeah, it's gone now. I can't
No.
see it because James
Okay.
left. Unless we're still live streaming to his channel.
It does say that we're still live streaming. to his.
Yeah.
Okay. What video?
But if I post in chat, it might show up on his chat. I don't know. We'll see. Did you see the new COD campaign? The bad guys are literally just Wagner.
No, that's funny.
All right. It says Jordan Peterson on Israel with 3 votes.
Okay. That'll work.
Change the title first, though.
I'm gonna play that I need to be.
See.
Intermission. destination.
Okay, the post was created on YouTube for this. Your guest James will need to delete it on YouTube if I remove the destination for the stream. Okay, so hopefully this will keep his stream and end it so it doesn't just keep recording on his stream when he's not here.